Okay, here I am at dermatology clinic, rejuvenation dermatology clinic it is. Dr. Russell Wong is my dermatologist, and he just removed 2 more basal cell carcinoma by a surgical procedure in the OR. And he also took 2 more biopsies, one on my back and one on my leg. So this is my biannually reminder that regardless of what the controversy is on sunscreen, what damage sun does to your skin, there is no denying, okay? So I had to have over 15 stitches. He doesn't even know because the internal stitches he doesn't really count. On my lip, and luckily he was able to, and it splattered all over my face, just so you know. And in my back there's over 21, 22 stitches, because they have to take a circumference of healthy skin as well, and they have to go through every layer of derma. So smelling the cauterization to stop the bleeding was just delightful. Plus, I needed more freezing because I have the ginger gene. So if your family has the ginger gene, you require a little bit more anesthetic than most. So my brother and sister have the gene. They just didn't have, I assume they have the gene. They just didn't have the right mix of genetics to have redheaded kids. But anyways, so if you have the ginger gene, just mention it that you have the ginger gene, and they'll give you a little bit extra local, because he started on my back and I could feel it. So, and he knew I could feel it because of my instant reaction. My body flinched. So I wouldn't know when he was making the cut because it was on my back. So he had to use a lot more anesthetic than he would on someone who didn't have this gene. But there's no denying that UV rays causes skin cancer. Luckily, knock on wood, I have basal cell carcinoma so far and not melanoma. But if you have any markings on your skin that you don't know what they are, the signs are usually this: a little pimple, a raised pustule that, let's say you try to squeeze it and just liquid fluid, like clear fluid comes out, but it scabs over and then comes back. Same thing. And over time, it gets bigger and bigger. That means you should have it checked. If it's not going away, have it checked. Another way that mine presented as is a little patch. See this on my nose? It's just a little patch of dry skin that he pretty much says is the start of basal cell carcinoma. So he blasted it with liquid nitrogen, and I got a chemical peel because I have some above my eyebrows as well. The one on my leg presented as that little pimple pustule. I squeezed it, fluid came out, it came back. It scabbed over, it healed, and now it's just a pustule looking. It looks like a little pimple. But some have these little circles, like my nose does, a little circle of tiny little pustules, but they're in a circle. That's another sign of basal cell carcinoma. The one on my abdomen and on my leg presented as a dry patch of skin. My GP gave me cortisone cream for the one on my abdomen over the course of 8 to 10 years. It never went away. It got even uglier looking, and it got to the size of this. It started out like this, and it was this big by the time I showed. And I had one on my arm, so my daughter convinced me to go to a dermatologist. By the time I got to him, the cortisone cream just accelerated the spread of the cancer. So any lesion that does not heal, scabs over, bleeds, itchy, has pustules, presents as a bigger pimple, smaller pimple, that will not go away. because we're pickers. So we pick and try and pop a pimple or whatever. If it heals and then comes back and will not go away, go and see your dermatologist. Don't let your GP diagnose. I was misdiagnosed for 10 years. Okay? So be aware, be safe. Love you.
Oh my God, I just tried to have a drink because my lip is so fucking numb. And I did tell him to put an extra couple of stitches in to tighten things up in there. Anyways, I just tried to have a drink. It dribbled all down my watch. I don't know if it's going to do it. The first time I did it, it dribbled. Now I know what to do. Okay, bye.